Jenny McCarthy Show. Oh!
By the way, again, it's called My Squirrel Days because we've got a huge book buying audience and they love our little recommendations.
Thank you, Jenny.
You guys had to get this one because it's so cute. We have things in common. I was also, I played field hockey.
I didn't know that.
How about this? My centerfold for Playboy is me and my field hockey.
Oh, I need to see this immediately. This is
no, you can't because it's a bush like you've never seen before either. I mean, you can, but it's hilarious.
Wait a minute. You're in. What are you doing? You're just carrying a field hockey stick?
Well, the first page is me running in a field, but I'm clothed in my Catholic school uniform and my field hockey stick.
Right.
But I played it and was like, I can't even remember what position I played, but we came in second in state. But it was fun and weird. Like, why? Who? You're the only person I've met who's ever played it before.
I know, and that is when I grew up in St. Louis playing field hockey there, and when I moved, there's like pockets in the Northeast who play field hockey, but largely nobody knows what that is. Nobody's playing a pickup game of field hockey. Like I don't go to pickup game. I wouldn't go to a pickup game of basketball probably because I don't play basketball. But you can play tennis as an older woman. You can go for a swim. But I chose this, and you apparently also chose this sport that's like there's no afterlife really. I have to think there's a national team, right?
I would think so. I wound up joining real hockey, like floor hockey. Sorry.
Yes.
Floor. So at least I can be inside. Right. I said real hockey.
That sounds dangerous. So floor hockey, ice hockey. I mean, field hockey is pretty dangerous. You're just like, the thing about field hockey is it's such a slow moving game because especially when you're on actual grass, you're pushing this ball. There's so much friction. The ball can't move that fast.
Right?
It's not a high action
No, it's
game.
not. And then I've got nuns as the coach, which makes it real exciting.
That's hard.
I'm talking to Ellie Kemper. The book is called My Squirrel Days. I want to dive into some of these chapters because they're so funny. It reminds me of all the shit, like when I've had these little situations that happen in Hollywood where I run into Valentino and I'm wearing his dress backwards. These are the kind of little stories that you have. One with Gary Coleman, which I love. Can you tell it?
Yes. So, okay. So, R.I.P. But my best friend Joe and I had gone to this restaurant called Islands, which I didn't know. It is a chain, burger chain in L.A.
Yeah,
and we were on spring break in college, and we thought we were very fancy going to L.A. and we were visiting friends, but her parents' friends. I should be more specific. But we felt like, okay, we're really gonna take Hollywood by storm. And we went to Islands, and this man walked by on a headset, and we weren't sure who he was talking to, and I definitely thought this is a Hollywood agent, wheeling and dealing, big time. And then he stopped and he started talking to Joe and me, and it was unclear whether he was flirting or what exactly. He just was asking about where we were from and what we were doing at Islands, and then he said, "Well, too bad." This is what he said: "Too bad I didn't meet you when you were younger." Wait, I think that's what it was. "Too bad I didn't meet you when you were younger. We could have hung out." But the math didn't make sense because he was saying he was older. So if we were younger, it wasn't even a sick, perverted thing that he said. He was just it was logically not right. Yeah, right. Exactly. But when he walked away, we realized who it was. And it was just an unlikely first star sighting, I guess. But he was the first. He wasn't Valentino, but he was the first star I spotted in Hollywood, and it was exhilarating.
Of course it was.
Yes.
I mean, my first one, I think, was Scott Baio at the Playboy Mansion or Frank Stallone. It wasn't even Sylvester Stallone. It was Sly's brother. I'm like, oh my God, Frank Stallone's here.
But it's so crazy. It was at the Playboy Mansion. Mine was at Islands. That's okay. That's a close second.
It's so good, though.
I will say Gary Coleman went on to marry a redhead, so I don't know.
Oh, I did a whole thing on him yesterday on this radio show.
Wait, saying what? Saying
I quickly watch reels. I'm addicted to reels.
Yeah.
And Gary Coleman, they did a half hour or hour story on the life of Gary Coleman and the death of Gary Coleman.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And how his allegedly, his redheaded ex-wife, who pretended to be his wife, pushed him down the stairs and killed him.
I know. I would never have done that. I want to be very clear. About that. I was nowhere near the scene. Okay.
You also talk the book is called My Squirrel Days. See how many times I'm going to plug it? My Squirrel Days. Pick it up. So the what's it called? Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
He scares me.
He scares me too, and for good reason. I listen, he's British, he's reserved. I don't know him well at all. In fact, I met him twice, though I'm sure remembers neither time. But I was at the Emmys with the rest of the cast of The Office the first time I was lucky enough to go, and I just joined the cast, and Ricky Gervais was walking by. And this is when I feel like I was young and brave.
We were young and new. You approach everybody that they're going to be just as excited for you.
Oh, you act like you're doing them a favor.
Yes.
Yeah, you're like, you can meet me. So I went up to him and I was like, oh, it is so great to meet you. I'm new on the show. I said, I'm new on the show, okay? I was a new cast member of the show. He seemed a little put off. He wasn't sure what to do with that. And I thought I had offended him in some way. Later on at the dinner, I was talking to BJ Novak.
I love this.
Yes. He's a writer on The Office. He played Ryan. I said, that was weird with Ricky Gervais. I think I must have rubbed him the wrong way. He said, well, he thought you said, I'm you on the show. And but again, talk about a logic puzzle that you can't fit together. How would I be him on the show?
Right.
What is it?
Well, he probably just thought like you conceited actress.
Correct.
You think you're the lead,
right? I'm the American version of you on the show, and that was it. And then I saw him once again in New York. I think it was.
Don't tell me you try to correct it.
I'm like, I'm me on the show. No, I did. I went nowhere near him.
So you never told him the story of you.
I dare say he would not be interested in the story.
No, he wouldn't. He's very intimidating, and for someone that's in the business, surprisingly hates everybody in the business. I'm not quite sure.
I feel like I made one gaffe, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
How much fun did you have on The Office?
That was such a great group of people. That was so, and I really sometimes. This is mostly my mom who she's like my eyes and ears, and she's like, well, they're talking about a reboot. I said, they are? She was the one who told me. And I think that would be awesome, but because I would like to work with those people again.
You do know, in my house, I've got a house full of 15 teenagers that I live here in the Midwest with.
Yeah.
And all that's on the TV, I'm not exaggerating, is The Office. I go, you guys, you've been watching this for 4 years, and they just keep going back to season 1 and rewinding and watching all of them. They're addicted to it.
That is, Greg Daniels, who adapted it to American television, is such a genius, because what I think is, okay, several things. First of all, I feel 100 years old because 13-year-olds will come up and be like, oh, were you on The Office? And I feel like you were 4 years old when it was on, but everyone's watching it on
You're
TBS
lucky.
and Netflix.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's experiencing this sort of renaissance, but also I think what's so smart about that show is that it is so, or I guess so valuable about the show is that it's so relatable. So even if you're in high school, I do think it's essentially a kind of high school situation. It's a workplace comedy, but the dynamics are so universal. And it's
100%.
Yeah. I watched the show before being on it and loved it for that very reason.
How much did you crack up?
A lot. A lot. There was this one episode called Work Bus, and we're just on a bus, and everyone's so giddy and just stir crazy. And I don't know what was happening. Brian Baumgartner and John Krasinski were doing something. I can't remember what it was, but it was making me laugh so hard. And I do this. I wet my pants when I laugh a lot.
Me too.
Yeah. And why shouldn't we? We're laughing hard. We're enjoying ourselves. I consider it
a compliment.
Honor. Yeah. Oh, cup holder, did you say? Wait, what did you say?
A compliment.
Oh, compliment, yes. So she said, I guess, yes. And so I wet my pants on that bus. And I just want to say, I did announce to everyone, I was like, I need to change my skirt, because I wet my pants. And all the women were like, oh, of course you did. Where can we get you another skirt? They're very matter of fact about it. And all the guys were like, ugh. And I thought, you get over it, because
exactly.
It happens.
Post baby?
No, well, the sad news is it was pre-baby. That I used to wet my pants in track meets in high school, and I remember my coach was like, "Why are you having this problem now?"
Oh no, exactly.
I'm fine. Yeah.
I'm a bleeder, so there's my karma. Would you go back for sure if The Office said come back?
I would go, but yes, I would. I love that show, and I would do anything they asked because
Because why not?
Yeah.
I'm talking to Ellie Kemper. Her book is called My Squirrel Days. We're going to get back to it, I swear, in a second. I want to ask, because I bet you do, have an embarrassing audition, because I have so many of them.
Countless. And I feel like one embarrassing audition. I feel like there were so many commercials I auditioned for that any commercial where I had to be serious, like if it was for Kleenex or there was something where I was auditioning for a mortgage company and I pronounced lean the wrong way. A lean, right? Am I pronouncing it right now? I said lien. And like, that's so snotty. It's like, oh, it's lien. That's not how you pronounce it at all. And I feel like, I think maybe I auditioned for Parks and Recreation, and I don't remember doing badly in the audition, but I guess I did because I didn't get the part. But that was okay because it turned out.
That's not usually because you're bad. It's a lot of times you don't look the part that they want.
That's what they tell. I love the best consolation I guess I got from my agent once is that they decided to go British in a British direction for the role, and I was like, that's just a matter of doing an accent, right? Like,
oh my God, that's funny,
right? It's not like they were like, oh, they decided they wanted to cast a guy. It was like they wanted to go British. Well, so that. I could do a British. I could try to do it. It was very funny. Wait, I want to hear your worst audition.
Oh my God!
But you don't have to tell it if you don't.
No, it's just I've told it before, but it's like when there's props and whether you decide to use them or not.
Right.
I'm making believe looking through a telescope out of a window, and they're like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I know.
I'm like climbing a stairs.
I can't do props.
Nope.
I especially like I don't. I'm actually very bad at like object work. If you're miming stuff, I'm bad at that. But I'm also bad with a prop. So hire me, prospective employers.
I do love your commercial though that you did. You got hired by some company.
Oh,
did a bunch of commercials.
Well, eventually, but I feel like there were so many. Again, it's always the serious ones where I like SERIO, not serious radio, which were on, but it's always the like more. Am I plugging the show? Okay. Where I feel like I can't. I'm so bad at being focused in that moment that it always comes. I
have church giggles if I have to be serious.
I think that's what happens to me too, and I don't know what that is. That's a deeper. We have to search deeper to find out why that's the case.
It's also they say crying, so it must be sad inside. Yeah. You worked with my cousin Melissa.
Yes, I did.
Missy is how we talk to her.
Yeah.
But how was that?
That was, Bridesmaids was so, first of all, she's a class act, just like you. Like, I was about to say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, but that's not that's not the correct expression to use here. I remember, so filming Bridesmaids was so cool because I'd never worked with any of those women before. And what I loved about it is that Annie Mumolo and Kristen Wiig, who wrote the script, I don't think they set out to like set the world ablaze with like their feminist critique. They wanted to tell a story about an experience they thought was interesting, and it happened to be about women. But that wasn't like there was no agenda. And so it turned into something where it was like, wow, women can be funny in a movie. And I didn't ever think that had been a question before, but I guess it was. And what I think the most amazing thing to come from that movie was that it demonstrated to studios that you can make a movie with all women and it will do well at the box office. So,
and you guys each brought your own unique character.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, the characters there, as directed by the brilliant Paul Feig, are so distinct.
He's been on a few times now, and I love him.
Have you seen A Simple Favor?
Not yet.
Oh, you got to go see it. Oh, it's brilliant.
Good.
He's as you know, there's no one classier or smarter than he is. He's the best.
He sat next to me at a New Kids on the Block concert because I'm married to Donnie and knew every word and was doing like the dance moves and singing.
What you just told me surprises me not in the least.
No,
is that fantastic? Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, he's singing. He knows more words than I do right now.
Yep.
And I'm down inside. He's so cute.
He's so cute. He worked on The Office, so I knew him from that too. But in any case, great experience on that movie because it was. Yeah. And I think people are at different stages of their careers. So, like, everyone was just sort of calm.
I mean, everyone just blew up.
It was a mellow vibe. Yeah.
I'm talking to Ellie Kemper. She's got a book called My Squirrel Days. Since we're on the topic of female empowerment in the era of Me Too, did you ever have to experience anything? It was weird. I was asking these women these questions 3 years ago when I started the show because I always had weird casting couch shit.
Yeah.
Did you have to deal with anything?
I'm extremely lucky.
You're lucky.
Extremely lucky. I have not experienced
thank God.
Something traumatic like that. Yeah, thank God. I mean, and honestly, it is a matter of luck because I happen not to have been in a situation that was brutal, like the experiences we've heard so many times before. And so
right?
I really, pardon me?
I said, right? It's just terrible.
It's icky. And the only, I think positive thing from all this is that women are coming forward and sharing their stories because no one should feel threatened or ashamed. And so
I'm so grateful that people are talking about it,
Yeah.
so these dickheads can keep their dicks out of our faces
Right.
at auditions.
Right.
I'm going to go through these the chapters, the contents, because it cracks me up. It literally is how it's labeled: author, hero, gossip, squirrel, redhead, boss, jock, businesswoman, daughter, improviser, hysteric, actress, Hulk, bride, receptionist, guest, American, bridesmaid. Now you were actual bridesmaid.
as I was filming, I was bridesmaid as I was filming Bridesmaids. Art and life intersecting.
And what is warrior?
Wait, I just have to interrupt to say,
Yeah.
I'm so to hear you read my chapter title. That's so awesome. Thank you.
Of course,
that's
'cause-
like it seems like that would never happen. So thank you.
Of course. They're so clever. Like,
Oh no.
It's genius.
They eat a warrior. I think you just asked that before I interrupted you. Warrior.
Yep.
That describes my stupid devotion to Soul Cycle. Do you like Soul Cycle?
God.
Do you like it?
No, because I don't want big quads. Sorry.
You sound like my best friend Michelle. I get it though. It does bulk you up.
Mary Lou
You
Retton.
couldn't have big quads, but it.
I swear, Mary. Look.
No,
Mary Lou Retton. Do you remember the gymnast?
Yes, do I remember Mary? Look at this. The
They
most
get big.
fit woman. Yeah,
No,
they're not big.
They do. They get big. If I did whatever it's called, they would be enormous.
It bulked. They wouldn't be. It bulks you up.
Why are you so skinny though?
I'm not. And also, my brother used to call me Quadzilla because of my giant quads. So I already had, and that sounds like I'm humble bragging because I'm not saying, I was like, oh, yeah, because my quadriceps are just so big. But I guess they are. It's not a humble brag because I don't know what it is.
It's not a humble
but
brag.
It is what it is.
It
I have big
sounded
quads.
proud.
Yeah. But I think I love the endorphins. It's so, I warned you, I'm an idiot. It's
So
like,
you like that the club, the music goes,
Yes.
and it's that energy. It's like going to a gospel church. I swear to God.
Correct. And I think what happens is at least, I'm a 38-year-old woman. I start to feel like I am 17 again. And I'm sort of at a nightclub, but I'm also playing sports again. And I just feel very young.
Totally.
Though I'm not.
Maybe I should try it.
It's not for everyone. And it's not like, you have to, the problem is it's an investment. I mean, I can't, they need to offer packages that are better deals.
The book is called My Squirrel Days. My last thing before they're going to make me end this interview that I'm having so much fun with. Burnout. What's burnout?
Burnout is my tendency to go out of the gate a little too hard. I give it my all, and then I'm too controlling. I'm too neurotic. I start to deteriorate and implode. And it takes sometimes it manifests itself in physical form. In the book I wrote about, just my muscles stop working. I mean, it's very bad. It's a mind over matter thing. I tell myself that a situation is a catastrophe when it's not. And so that is what burnout refers to. I do it. Yeah.
Then you manifest it.
Correct. And your body starts to shut down. I get styes. My hands go lame. Guys, I'm fine. I'm a healthy, middle-aged woman who loves Soul Cycle, but sometimes I can't move my hands.
We talk about it on the show all the time, how emotions connect to physical ailments. Louise Hay, do you know who she is?
Yeah, no.
Oh my God!
Wait,
you have to look it up later.
Okay,
if you have it, but it's Louise Hay. She has a directory of your whatever physical ailment you have, and it tells you what your emotion.
Oh, I have to. Okay, that sounds. I'm
not
going to
to
look
plug
that up
another
when I
book,
go
but
home.
you can heal your life. That's easy to remember.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
But you'll be able to know what your sty really means.
Thank you,
Ellie.
That's what I want to know. Yeah.
I love this book. I can't wait to finish it. I've got 3 chapters left. Ellie Kemper. You guys pick it up, My Squirrel Days, and congratulations on your TV success and your film success. And now I'm sure it's going to be a best-selling author. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. Congratulations to you on everything that you do, and I'm honored to be a guest on your show. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Hopefully I'll see you at Soul Cycle in LA sometime.
Perfect.
Or New York. Sorry.
Either way. I'll be
Thanks,
there.
Ellie Kemper.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. We'll be right back, you guys.
Jenny McCarthy Show. Oh!